Chapter 5. Lend Me Your Voice. The day was warm, the bright circle shining down over the valley. Rising, a young Chomper and Ruby woke to stretch and face the day. Ruby went to munch on some greens, Chomper sniffing around to find creepy crawlies to fill his stomach. They were slightly bigger, being around the age of 14 and 10, Chomper being the youngest, a 4 years difference between him and Ruby, while the gang were only a couple years younger. Still, they all got along well, spending countless days together. "So what do you think we'll do today, Ruby?" Chomper asked, finishing his meal and going to Ruby's side. "We won't know until we know," Ruby answered. "Hopefully it's something different. I don't know why, but I've been feeling on edge." This got Ruby's attention, concerned he might be getting sick. "Did you eat something bad?" "No, I don't think so." He shuffled his foot, unable to meet her gaze. "Where does it feel weird?" "My stomach is off. Not in an upset way. Unsure how to explain it." Chomper shuffled his foot. "More like fluttery. And I'm anxious, nervous." "Is there something I can do to help?" Ruby asked, worried for him. The moment he felt her touch, the odd sense swept over him, getting all the courage he could muster. His heart was heavy, for he needed to tell her the truth, the source of such feelings. "Ruby?" Facing her, Ruby saw him take her hand tenderly. "Chomper, everything okay?" He turned red, meeting her eyes and finding they were so lovely. The way the light hit her, it was breathtaking, the most precious thing he'd ever seen. I don't know how to say this, but I really like you." "I like you too, Chomper. You're my very best friend." With a sigh, he swallowed hard. "No, yes, I see you as a friend, but you're very dear to me. I'd be lost without you in my life. What I'm trying to say is—" Chomper couldn't finish, for Ducky's voice called out to them. "Ruby, Chomper, we're going to play. You ready?" With the mood lost, both stepped back quickly. "Our friends are here. Here our friends are." Ruby took Chomper's hand, not noticing how his face lit up, or that he grew red. "Come on, I'm sure you'll feel better once we start playing." "Can I have a moment?" Ruby nodded, rubbing his hand before releasing it. "Okay, catch up when you're ready." Chomper stood and saw Ruby go to Ducky, Spike, and Sarah. The girls spoke, and he simply lowered his head, kicking a rock with his foot, angry that he was unable to tell her the truth, to confess his feelings. Littlefoot and Petrie made their way to Chomper, Littlefoot smiling warmly. "Hey, Chomper, why aren't you with Ruby?" "Because we're too different," Chomper stated aloud. "Whoa, easy, Chomper. I didn't mean to upset you." "Sorry, Littlefoot. It's just, I have a lot on my mind." "Like what?" "Ruby?" "Gah! Okay, you act weird. Why Chomper act strange?" Petrie flapped over the pair, looking to Chomper with an arched brow. "No reason." Littlefoot picked up on Chomper's odd behavior and looked to see Ruby with the girls and Spike. Then he saw how Chomper gazed to the direction Ruby was. "Chomper, does it involve Ruby?" "Yes. No. No. It doesn't have anything to do with her." "Oh, Petrie, see. Chomper have stuff for Ruby." "I think you mean things, Petrie. Chomper has things for Ruby. Isn't that right, Chomper?" Knowing Littlefoot was right, Chomper nodded. "What's the point? She's never going to reciprocate them." "How you know? Ruby might like Chomper back." "Yeah, you can't choose who you like. In truth, I think Sarah's kind of cool. She's strong, her skin is like the bright circle, lighting up my world," Littlefoot stated without shame. "Petrie like Ducky. Take flowers to her. Get her tree stars. Show her Petrie care." "Wait, so you're all kinda together?" Yes, both replied, Littlefoot continuing on. "Only time will tell. Till then, be hopeful." While the boys spoke, the pair of girls walked to the caverns, waiting for Ruby to join them. From the opening, Ruby made her way to them, leaving Chomper behind, which was odd, for they always seemed to be together. Sarah saw Ruby was lit up, smiling and flushed. "So, what has you bothered, Ruby?" Rubbing her face, Ruby calmed herself. Nothing. Just woke up feeling happy. Oh, yes. I feel the same way after Petrie leaves a nice gift for me. Yes. Did Chomper do something nice for you, Ruby? Ducky asked, sitting atop Spike, who nibbled on grass. Wait, Petrie brings you food? Sarah piped up, looking to Ducky, who blushed. Yep. Petrie and I are very close. We are. Good for you. I don't even think Littlefoot looks my way, unless he needs some extra muscle to move something heavy. Oh no, Sarah. Petrie said Littlefoot just doesn't know how to impress you. After all, he figured you'd always go for some strong guy. No way. I can't stand three-horn boys. They're so pushy and stubborn. Maybe we should meet up with the others, Ruby said, noticing Littlefoot and Petrie were with Chomper. Yes, get you back to your little armed boyfriend, Sarah teased. That's not very nice, Sarah. You know Chomper is sensitive about his arms. He should be. Why, I'd be embarrassed having little arms that small and weak. There's nothing wrong with Chomper. Sarah, for once in her life, was taken back by Ruby's tone, smiling and laughing. I don't believe it. You like him. Of course I like him. He's my friend. What Sarah means is, you like him. Yep. He only sees me as a friend and caretaker, which is fine. I value it greatly. Before Sarah could push to find out more, the boys joined them, Chomper seeming nervous. To ease the silence, Littlefoot held a wide grin. Okay, I have an idea for a new game. I hope it's better than watching grass grow. That was a really dumb idea. I'll give you that one, Sarah, but this one you might like. So here's what we're going to do. We'll go into the mysterious beyond. Petrie nor like this game and haven't even started. Don't worry, Petrie. If we don't want to play, we don't have to go. No. Well, go on, Flathead. What's the game? So, we each take a turn guessing what kind of Sharptooth we think we'll see. Then, we wait to spot the said one. If we do, then we guess again and repeat. Sound like fun? Yes! Once they left the valley, all spoke which they thought they'd see. Sarah said a typical Sharptooth. Littlefoot chose a feathered one, while Ducky, Petrie, and Spike agreed on a pack of fast biters. So, Chomper, what do you think? Littlefoot asked, turning to find Chomper's gaze focused on Ruby. Chomper? Chomper! Sarah said loudly, making him jump, yet it got his attention. He looked to her with wide eyes. What's wrong? What happened? Quit gawking at Ruby like food and answer what type of Sharptooth you think we'll see, Sarah said impatiently. Growing red in the face and twiddling his clawed fingers, Chomper lowered his face so Ruby wouldn't notice how flushed he was. I wasn't looking at Ruby. I was lost in thought. That's it. Yeah, I was thinking deeply on what Littlefoot said. You're such a liar. We all saw you, right? Given Sarah looked her way, Ducky wasn't one to lie, and on a few occasions, opened her big mouth when she shouldn't have. Yeah, Chomper, you were really eyeing her up. Yep. Petrie, see? Chomper fixate on Ruby. He flew around the pair, Chomper backing into Ruby, only to draw away shyly when she smiled at him. You guys are overreacting and only teasing. Chomper was probably doing as he said, thinking and nothing more, Ruby said, placing a hand to his shoulder, finding he was warm to the touch. Chomper, you're warm. Are you feeling all right? Fine. Pretty girl. Pretty good. I'm pretty good. Smooth, Petrie said with a grin. We should continue. Don't want the adults to catch us and stop us. Ruby gestured for them to go, flushing herself. Right. Chomper? Ruby? What do you two think? Littlefoot asked, changing the subject to help the pair out. Chomper and Ruby said their answer together. Redclaw. This gained the gang's surprised eyes. That's funny. You two must think alike. Oh, will you look at that? We reached the mysterious beyond. Chomper went to Ruby, the gang climbing down the rock. They found what they thought was a safe place to hunker down and wait, talking to pass the time, or nibbling at some grass or leaves that were within their reach. Chomper rubbed his stomach, finding it wasn't hungry, feeling fluttery, different than usual. Still, he guessed it was hunger. I'm hungry, Chomper spoke suddenly. Why is it you always look at me when you say that? Was it because I was the first leaf eater you dug your fangs into? In all fairness, I thought we were playing. I was only a hatchling after all, Chomper said defensively. Indeed, Chomper is too nice to ever harm us, Ruby added, being protective of Chomper's feelings, never wanting him to be ashamed of who he was. "Geez, defensive over your little biter, aren't you, Ruby?" Now that Sarah knew teasing the pair about being a possible couple got them on edge, made joking around even more fun. "Lay off, Sarah. You go eat, Chomper. We'll keep watch." He gave a nod and walked off, Ruby waiting for a moment, only to go after him. She didn't follow him too closely, hearing him growl and kick a rock with his foot. With a heavy sigh, he stood, taking a few breaths, sniffing slightly. If she didn't know any better, she'd figure he was crying. Out of the brush she went, going to him. "Chomper, you okay?" I know she's joking. I know Sarah doesn't mean what she says. It's only for fun. But Chomper trailed off, wiping his eyes. "I'm a monster, aren't I?" "No, you're not, Chomper. You're our friend. I trust you and would never be afraid of you." "What about when I'm bigger, scarier, the size of Red Claw?" He turned to her with a serious expression, eyes moist. "Will you stay, or will you run?" It was rare Chomper spoke with such strong words, asked her such a thing. Why would he think she'd fear him, run from him? Yes, he was a Sharptooth, a meat-eater. But there was more to him, at least from where she stood. He was kind, gentle. Despite such sharp features, eyes so pure and innocent, an image she'd save in her mind. There was only one way to convince him, the only way she knew how, by singing to him. "It's easy to push me away from you. Easy to say you want to be left on your own. Yet somehow I can't help but see how your eyes shy away. Your hands seal the entrance and path to your heart. Anger, cap, fear, and the sadness you feel under the surface for so long. Lock that room, you keep it inside. Lend me your voice. Words you try so hard to forget, they'll break through the silence. Bring me close. Let me see the past, your regrets, deep down below. Show it all. It's not so hard living all by yourself. It isn't hard. Yes, I know that's what you'll say. It's what you have told yourself over and over again. In darkness, you try to hold back all the thoughts, but you know, I just want you as you are, just the you that I see right before me. It's all that has been on my mind. Lend me your voice. Let me see your face. Let me start to show you what I see. Bring me close. Let me feel the beat of your heart, the secrets you bury. Lend me your voice. Anything you want to say, I'll be right here. I'll listen, so tell me. Open your heart. Let me come and sit by your side. Just let me come close to your heart. She took his hand in hers, spinning him and smiling, seeing him grin back. When his face held a happy expression, it made her stomach flip, unable to understand where or why she felt this new sensation. For so long she saw him as a friend, yet she wondered if it might turn into more. However, she didn't even know if he felt the same way toward her. After all, he probably viewed her as his caregiver and nothing more, for she was the one he turned to for advice, questions she'd always answer. While she wanted more, she settled on being his friend, treasuring that over all else. Treasuring that over all